New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. We all just come together. There's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people. Good evening to you, billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here again on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where black folk do read. You put in the book, we absolutely will find it. Huge announcement for you today, by the guys. Looks like we are taking pre-orders right now for the Black Folk Do Read t-shirt. So if you'd like to get your t-shirt, make sure you inbox us. Let us know. We'll go ahead and get that pre-order for you. We're taking pre-orders now for the Black Folk Do Read t-shirt. Hey, man, I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, also international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. A study of black wealth, guys. A study of the 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if, big if, by the way, if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Well, not only is a book, guys, you can actually join the Black Billionaires Club. You can be a member and become a part and get benefits. You know, membership has its benefits. Well, what are some of the benefits that come with choosing to join, deciding to walk away from the crowd of broke, the crowd of confusion, the crowd of complaint, and get with some winners? Well, we're going to teach you financial literacy, guys. We're going to teach you about money. We keep talking about what the system isn't doing, what public school isn't doing. Well, we can teach ourselves, and I can teach you about money. Well, we also have our New Black Wall Street Book Club. This is not the only book that we read. This is just our public offering. We do deep dive sessions so we can learn not only what we have read, but how to apply it in our life. We have personal development mastermind sessions to help you become a better version of you, for you to live your best life for real. And then also business development sessions, help you get that business started this year. Help you take that business to the next level this year with strategy and structure and help. We all need help. Next level, right? Next level, we give you money-making opportunities. I'm going to literally give you a stream of income. You always talk about money, multiple streams. I'm going to give you a stream, see if you can manage it. And we also have investment education, real estate investing, and stock investing in our investment club, which we are now forming today. You can be a part of group economics for real. Something that's actually in place for you to do and learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for the money. Simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Join the club today. Here's the deal. If you could do it by yourself, it'd already be done. There's African proverb said, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. You go alone. That's what too many of us have been doing for way too long. We've been going alone. But it said, if you want to go far, you want your business to go far, you want your idea to go far, you want your community to go far, you want your money long, you go together. I invite you to join us, and we go together. Again, if you want to pick up a Black Folk Do Read, you put in the book, we absolutely will find it. Read Rainbow 2.0 with a purpose. We're going through Think and Grow Rich, a black choice. Everybody put it on, so it's a choice. Think and Grow Rich, a black choice. That's what we're picking up today. Today we're going to talk about what is money. Money talks, and you would do well to listen. Money talks, and you would do well to listen. Now, of course, this book is recommended by Black Enterprises. This book should be required reading for every African American truly committed to the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. Now, here's the thing. I went and talked to the kids this week. With all career days going on. Now, I asked them this simple question. How much you think this book cost me? Right? How much you think it costs? Answer, $8. Say, great. I said, is that easy to do to get $8 to get a book? Say, yeah. I said, here's what I learned. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Most people choose not to do. What's the second question I asked them? I said, hey, well, we talked about how much it costs. How much do you think it brought me back? Here's the principle, right? I said you got to understand that money is a seed. I sowed a seed. I'm looking to invest in this book. Bring me a return. How much you think that $8 invested in this book after I read it? Change the way I think. Change the way that I act. Change the results I get in my life. How much you think this book, the one book, an $8 seed brought me back? Answer, $80,000. Then I asked him, well, would you be willing to trade $8 for $80,000? He said, yes. Well, would you be willing to go get the book? Very few hands went up after that. See, the successful people have been trying to tell us the whole time what it is that they do if we want to have what they have, but most of us simply are not willing to do what they were willing to do. Therefore, we cannot have what they can afford to have. It's really simple. That's why it's a choice. Most people simply choose not to. What is money? What is money? Billionaires? Let's read. Money is a warm home and healthy children. It's a birthday present and college education. It's a family vacation and a means to help the less fortunate. Money is the harvest of our giving. It is what we receive for our production and services. It in turn can be used to obtain production and services of others. Let me ask you this, billionaires. And again, I understand I'm not talking to everybody because everybody don't want to be rich. I want to be rich. Maybe you do too. Here's my question to you. Why? Basically what I'm asking you, well, when you get rich, because you got to have a desire to do it first, but when you get rich, what do you plan to do with the money? See, when you get real serious about being a billionaire, millionaire, 100,000, whatever your goal is, you start putting this thing called why. Why do I want this money? And I will tell you this, if the reason why you want the money is only for you to hoard it and to be selfish, you know, don't complain if you don't really get it, what you want. But if your desire for this massive amount of wealth is for you to make the world a better place, well, you can expect to get more than you asked for. Right? Because why? He is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you can dare to think, dream, or ask. And if you're in a position, you say, hey, I'm trying to bring heaven down to earth. I'm trying to make this world a better place, and I'm going to use the money to do that. You can expect to get way more than you asked for. Why do you want to be rich? Now we start asking a tough question, make you think. You're like, well, you know, it just sound good to say I want to be rich. It just sound good to be a millionaire. It just sound good to be a billionaire. That's a catchy time to it. No, why do you want to be rich? Quite often we can accurately gauge the extent of our production and services by counting the money we receive for our efforts. So it's not just about effort, it's about production. In this respect, money is a yardstick. Everybody put in the console, yardstick. Money is a yardstick, a rule or standard that is completely negotiable and can be used by each of us. You'll hear people say money won't bring happiness, but the earning and possession of money has brought much more happiness than has poverty. Money is an extension of you. Your thinking is a symbol of either limitation or limitlessness according to your thoughts. If you think favorably about money, it increases in your mind, in your midst. But if you criticize or condemn it, it will dissipate as you approach it. The good news is that regardless of our present circumstances, each of us can change. Each of us can change. Everybody put in the console, I can change. Now here's another principle I want you to understand when it comes to this philosophy. That you can change. But here's the problem. If you spend your days, your time, your energy trying to change everybody else but you, no bueno, bad life, not good. But if you spend your waking moments, your time, your energy changing you, your life gets better. So my question is, where are you going to spend your time and energy? On everybody else? And what they doing or not doing? What they saying and they not saying, their opinions or whatever? Or are you going to spend your time on changing you? If you want your life to get better, you get better. You want your bank account to get better? You get better. Nothing will change for you until you change. I can change. So each of us can change or alter our thinking to coax wealth into our lives. Black America, you are already rich. To 9/10 of the world's population, an average Black American is already rich. There's a larger gap between the standard of living than most of the world's population, the average Black worker, than there is between the standard enjoyed by America's average Black worker and the wealthiest member of our society. In case you have fallen for the nonsense that Blacks are poor, consider this not so well known fact. Black Americans earn $350 billion in annual income, estimated at $900 billion by year 2000, and spend $225 billion a year on goods and services. This dollar figure is equivalent to the gross national product of Canada or Australia, two of the 10 largest nations in the free world. Black America's problem is not a lack of money. Its problem stems from what it does with the money it has. We have a spending power problem. Let me read this again. It's not about a lack of money. The problem is what we do with the money. Which tells us we need to learn how to do better with the money that comes into our hand. Which then tells me we need a financial teacher, i.e. me. That's where I come in at. Yep, that's what I do. I teach people about money. We got financial literacy class. Make sure that you learn what you can do with your money to make your money work for you instead of you working for it. But also tells me that even though we understand that it's not just the money I have, it's about what I do with the money, and we understand I need to learn about money, I have to choose to learn what I don't know about money. It's a choice. Thank God he gave us free will. I can choose to learn what I don't know, or I can choose to just keep doing what I've been doing when it comes to money and keep getting what I've been getting when it comes to money. It's a choice. Black wealth is a black choice. $1.1 trillion, $1.2 trillion, I think it's 1.25 now, $1.25 trillion in spending power. Let's turn that into investing power. See what happens. See how many of our blocks we actually own when we turn spending power into investing power. Just a thought. Black Americans possess just about everything the wealthy possess, only in smaller amounts. They have homes and cars and stereos, television, savings accounts, and debts, only in smaller quantities. Their food is just as tasty and as plentiful. Their beds are just as comfortable, and their homes are just as cozy. They have exactly the same amount of time and just as much freedom. With only a fraction of the world's population, American blacks possess 10% of the free world's total monetary income. Or, to draw a clearer picture, Black American combined income is slightly greater than that of Western Europe and greater than that of Israel and South Africa. As a people, Black America is already rich. We just waste our wealth. When we start getting honest, the honest truth is that we waste our wealth. Just like we waste a few other things as well. I want to tell you what I've learned in these some odd 40 years I've been living on this earth. People that waste time typically tend to waste money as well. I learned that. The moment I realize that you are not a person that honors your word, I understand I can't do business with you. Because if you can't even honor your word, you damn sure ain't going to honor a contract. I mean, come on. You ain't going to turn it on just because the contract is there. People will waste time, waste money. And the same people will waste time and waste money, blame everybody else on why they broke. Uh-oh. No, he didn't. Yes, I did. It's time to start being honest about our problem. We're wasting the wealth that comes through our hands. It comes through us, not just to us. It's not how much you make. It's not. It's what you do with what you have. Now, how much do you want? How much money do you need to live the way you want to live, to accomplish the goals you set for yourself? Most people think they need more money, and they really do. And they settle for a lot less than they could earn. The world will pay you exactly. Everybody put in the console exactly. The world will pay you exactly what you bargained for. Let me share this story with you real quick. So when I went and talked to the children this week, I shared with them this story. And I think it's the same story that many of us are dealing with in our finances. Parallel, by the way. A parable, so to speak. I was in the 4th grade. Came from private school to public school. 4th grade. I was reading on the 11th grade level. But I had to go to the 4th grade. My parents, they fought with the system to get me to take a test so I could skip the 5th grade because I'm still reading on 11th grade level. As I think back now, I ask myself, I ask anybody, why, if I'm reading on 11th grade level, am I stuck in the 6th grade? Because they didn't put me into a grade based on my ability. They put me into a grade based off my age. And I want to tell you today that you might be stuck with your wage, not because of your ability. And I will say that you're not stuck because someone else has placed you somewhere. I'm saying you're stuck because that's what you have accepted. That's what you have bargained for. And the good universe can send you message after message after message after message to do something. He can tell you that you've been given the power to create wealth. You got the ability. My question to you, why do you keep hiding your ability? Why do you find it so difficult to express your greatness? Every day I'm going to come on. And every day I'm going to drop seed. Every day I'm going to try to help as many people that are willing to listen to change their financial life. But I can only help those who are willing to be helped. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. It seems that you can lead black people to wealth, but you can't make them grab it. It's available to us all. It's a choice. I'm so glad that I saw this when I was growing up, because I saw people fight for what they wanted. I saw my parents fight to get me to the 6th grade, to skip the 5th grade. Now, if we could have kept fighting, I probably would have got to the 11th grade. But just to see them fight to get me past where they were trying to keep me back, I'm trying to tell you today that you got to fight for your right to be rich. How many are watching right now? You're saying, I'm willing to fight. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, this is that getting old. But you understand that in order for you to make progress, Frederick Douglass said this. Without struggle, there is no progress. So yeah, you're going to have to go through a little struggle, a little uncomfortability in order for you to get to the progress that you want to make in your bank account. But let me tell you what happens on the other side. Everybody put a comment on the other side. Here's what happens when you struggle, and it's not really a struggle as you might think. It's a struggle up here for you to change the way that you think. Then you'll change your life forever. Here's what happens when you get to the other side. Here's what happens when you cross the Red Sea and that part so you get to the land flowing with milk and honey. Here's what happens. It's something called flowing. There was a time when I thought that earning more money was hard. It was difficult. I even would say it was complex, only up here. But now that I've learned how to do it, it's easy. How many guys are saying you want to get to the part where it's easy on the other side? It's easy. Every thought, every idea you get, you act on. Every one of them brings you another stream. You got so many ideas, so many streams, you got to turn them down on the other side. I make more money in my bedroom than most people make going to a job, a place they don't want to be, a place they call a plantation. How? Because I changed this, and it changed the rest. Here's what I also understand. Now, even though I'm sowing seed today, It's not about what I'm sowing. It's about who's receiving. The good Lord told us about this. He says some's going to receive. He says 4 different heart attitudes, 4 other conditions of the ground. Only a 20% chance that what you say today is going to land on good ground and bring a harvest in their life. The other some just not interested. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. They're not even tuning in right now. So I ain't even got to talk about them. The others are going to say, hey, that's a good, I like what you're hearing. I like what I'm hearing. And then they're going to listen to it. They're going to think about it for a second. Then something's going to happen. They're going to get distracted. A phone call going to come in. The TV going to come on. Something's going to happen. And then they're going to lose their interest. The other people, what they're going to do, they'll say, man, I love what you're talking about, brother. I'm with it. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. They get motivated. They're going to sign up. They're going to join the Black Billionaires Club. They're like, yes, I'm in now. And then you'll never see them again. They never get involved. They were interested, but they're not involved. So they still don't get the benefits, although they are paying. It's only a few who hear what I'm saying right now. They get pumped up and ready to rock and roll. They have interest. They decided to go in to join the club. They do that, and then they get involved. And then they begin to reap a harvest. I understand I'm only talking to a few. It's only a few who are committed to getting to the other side. That's why I think Black Enterprise says this. This book is required reading for all African Americans truly committed. Who's here today saying I'm committed to winning with money? I'm committed. I don't know if you are or not, but I understand it's different strokes for different folks. And regardless of where you are right now, regardless of what you decide to do or don't do, guess what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Been the same for 2,000 some odd years. It's going to keep being the same. Some people will. Most people won't. It is what it is. So, most people think they need more money, and they really do, and they settle for a lot less than they could earn. The world would pay you exactly what you bargained for, exactly what you earn, but not a penny more. That old dictum is so true. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay me no more. You'll receive not what you idly wish for, but what you justly earn. Your rewards will always be an exact proportion to your service. If you're unhappy with your income, you must devise ways and means of increasing your service. Everybody put in the comments, I'll increase my service. This is what I tell people. Money is exchange of value for value. You want to make more money? Provide more value. It's simple. I know it's in your mind, you're going to make it more complex and make it more difficult because it just is so hard to receive simple truth. It's like, no, it's got to be harder than that. I mean, if it's that easy, I would have been making, if it was that easy, I've been making a lot more money. No. It's simple. It is actually easy as well, but it's not about the task that's easy. It's about your mind that's making it more difficult than it's got to be because this is new to you. It's not even new. It's really old, but it's new in its new form because of all the junk that you have been consuming over the years. You understand that this is a new diet and you're not ready to receive it yet. So you're going to make it difficult. You got to break through that. Everybody put guys on breakthrough. You got to break through your own mental limitations and accept this simple truth. If you want to make more money, simply provide more value. I've been teaching this for decades. You know why I got so many streams of income? Because I provide a whole bunch of streams of service. Think about that for a second. You know why I got so many streams of income? Because I provide so many streams of service. How may I serve? Here we go. Let's talk about this for a second. We'll wrap it up here. Economic security is not attained by the possession of money alone. It is captured by the service one renders. Useful service may be converted into all forms of human needs, with or without the use of money. A successful businessman has economic security not because he controls vast amounts of money, but for the better reason that he provides profitable employment for the men and women, and through them provides goods and services of great value to countless others. The service he renders attracts the money he controls. Oh my goodness. The service he renders attracts the money he controls. Everybody put it down, so attract. The service he renders attracts the money he controls. So that begs the question, billionaires, what service do you render? And if you want to take it to another level, well, either one, how are you going to do what you do best better to make the service that you currently render better in 2019, or what do you need to add as an added benefit to the service that you provide? Attract. Money is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the service that you provide. Let me say that again for the people in the back. The people in the way back. Money is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the service you provide. If you spend all your days, all your time thinking about money, you're thinking about the wrong thing. You messed up. Spend most of your time thinking about how you can serve other people, and they will pay you for the service you provide. How you guys watching right now? You're saying, you know, I messed up. I've been chasing the money instead of pursuing the useful service that I can provide to others. The more useful your service is to the masses, the more money you make. It's just that simple. Attract. The service he renders attracts the money he controls, and it is in this manner that all enduring economic security must be obtained. Your service must come from you, your mind, your ability, your talent, and your energy. Your service must come from you, your mind, your ability, your talent, and your energy. A strong individual cannot make a weak person strong, but a weak man or woman can become strong through his or her volition by following a specific course of action, and one who is already strong can become much stronger. Put in metaphorical terms, a diamond is more valuable than a lump of coal. Yep, that's exactly what a diamond was at one time. And just as a lump of coal can be transformed into one of the world's most valuable gems, a human being can vastly increase his or her own value to the world. To paraphrase Earl Nightingale, who had a knack for graphically verbalizing a point, the amount of money you receive will always be in direct proportion to the demand for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty of replacing you. How easy is it to replace you, by the way? Let's read that again. Think about whatever it is you do right now. And I want you to quantify this for yourself. You want to start talking about why you're not making the kind of money you want to make. The amount of money you receive will always, everybody put down, so always. It'll always be in proportion to what? The demand for what you do. So how much of a demand is it for that which you do? High demand, more money. Low demand, not that much. Supply and demand. You supply for the demand. How do I say it? Give the people what they want. Just that simple. Your ability to do it. If I were to compare you to your competition, do you do what you do better than them? Better than them? More money. Worse than them? Not so much. Just that simple. That's simple, right? And then 3, The difficulty of replacing you. How difficult is it to do what you do? I mean, you know, are you in the hospital? Doing a heart transplant? That's difficult to replace. Or are you flipping burgers? Easy to replace. How difficult is it to replace you? Now, I'm not demeaning anybody's, vocation or your job or whatever. All I'm asking is, how difficult is it to replace you? See, once I realized that, I said, well, I got to make it so it's difficult to replace me. Then I started saying, I'm not going to just be a part of something. I'm going to become something. I'm going to become the brand. I'm difficult to replace. I am the show. Now I'm not just a part of the show anymore. I am the show. Now I know some of you guys, it's hard for you to say something like that. Like, what the? How you? Listen. When I went down for a little while, when I went through my little stage of entrepreneurial depression or whatever you want to call it, guess what happened? Everything else went down. Why? Because I am the show. How about you? How difficult is it to replace you in what you do? You want to start making more money? Become more irreplaceable. You'll never be totally irreplaceable. I'm just saying become more irreplaceable. Like, man, if we let this person go, I mean, it's going to take us years to recover. Even on the job, become irreplaceable. Man, they know everything. We call on them for everything. We can't let them go because we don't even know what they do. And if we let them go and they don't train somebody, we're going to be out. We're going to be asked out. So we just got to deal with their bad attitude or whatever it is that they bring to the table because we can't replace them right now. Is this simple stuff? These simple concepts easy to understand? Is anything complex? I don't think so. I think we clearly understand this. It's like, oh, it's making sense. It's too bad that common sense isn't so common anymore, but this is simple stuff. Now, whether we receive it, accept it, do something with it, that's a whole nother level. Right? Let's keep going. The amount of money you receive will always be in direct proportion to the demand for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty of replacing you. One who is highly trained is worth more money in our economy than a person who is low skilled. And who can easily be replaced. What does that tell you? It tells me I need to get me some skills to pay the bills. Everybody put in the console, get a skill to pay the bills. Now notice, I said get a skill. That doesn't necessarily mean that you got to go to 15 years of college to get a skill. You go to 15 years of college and get debt, but you don't have to go to 15 years of college to get a skill. There's so many skills that are needed now. You can learn them on your own. You can 10x your life by just simply self-educating yourself on something that you want to do. I mean, really, in 6 months, you can have about 3 new skills if you really got committed. 3 new skills that will pay the bills. Y'all saw what happened. Went on furlough with the government workers or whatever. And some people, everybody's complaining about the money they're not getting. Guess what them 2 ladies did? They used their skills. Oh, I can cook. I can bake. Okay, we're going to make some cheesecakes. We're going to start a business. And we're going to go get that money. And we're going to go pay our bills with the skills that we got. Thank God they already had the skills. They had to go acquire the skills. But my goodness, if you are in a position right now where you are not making the money that you say you want to make, and you're not willing to go get the skills that you need or that you can acquire to go pay the bills, shame on you. You're not committed. You're just playing. You're just talking. Idle chatter leads only to poverty. Idle chatter leads only to poverty. You talk a good game, but you don't really walk a good game. Easy to determine. Easy to see, by the way. Easy. Easy to see. Anyone can be trained to clean and maintain a building in a few days, and replacing this person is not difficult at all. A brain surgeon, however, spends many years learning his profession, often a great personal sacrifice and cost, and he cannot easily be replaced. As a result, the surgeon might earn as much money in an hour as the janitor might earn in a month. Now, these are extreme cases used only to show the relationship of income to demand, skill, and supply. Everybody put in the console, demand, skill, supply. The relationship between the amount of money you make versus demand, skill, and supply. Money talks, and you would do well to listen. And this is as it should be. This is why there are few limitations on a person within his or her company or occupation. Your income will be in exact proportion to the demand for what you do, the ability to do what you do, and the difficulty of replacing you. This proposition also explains why the whole notion of trying to receive something for nothing is absurd and is based on sheer delusion. Anybody want to guess how many people inbox me trying to get me to give them something for nothing? Anybody want to take a guess? Every day. How many people are trying to inbox me to try to get me to do something for them for nothing? Delusion. You really think? You must don't understand how valuable my time is to me, not to you, to me. But this is what they've been taught. That's okay. There was a time when I used to think like that as well. I don't anymore, but I used to think like that. Man, what can I get for free? Man, what can I get him to give me something for free? I'm telling you, free, that four-letter word is a cuss word in the black community. We have adopted that word so much that we would trample over our own for a free piece of cake or cheese or a little free money. The idea of you wanting to get something for nothing is absurd. It's delusional. A star athlete, for example, may earn millions over the course of a career. You might say shooting a basketball or lugging a football 100 yards serves no useful purpose, but the demand is there. Useful or not. It's the same with celebrity status. A Hollywood star's income will very accurately reflect the demand for what she does. If more people understood this line of thinking, they would see why preparing for a career is crucial. Luck has been defined as what happens when preparation meets opportunity. A great opportunity will only make the unprepared, the unqualified, look foolish. Now, how do you measure up? How do you measure up? While this may sound elementary, you would be amazed at the number of people who desire material riches. They desire to get rich. They desire to live the good life, the abundant life. They have a desire to do it, but who do not take the time or the trouble to qualify for riches. Everybody put it also qualify. Let me read this again for the people in the back. You will be amazed at the number of people who desire material riches, but who do not take the time or the trouble to qualify for them. They don't take the time. They don't take the time. They don't take the trouble to qualify. And here's the beautiful thing. We got this thing called the Black Billionaires Club. We teach about money every Monday. But you know what? Most people simply won't take the time, nor take the trouble to learn what they don't know about money. They would rather beg for people to give them money than to learn how to earn it on their own. Let me say that again for the people in the back. And this is sad truth. They'd rather beg. It's easier to beg other people to do something for you that you could do yourself than to take the time and take the trouble to qualify for the money that you say you want to make. Oh, I'm so glad for the Black Billionaires Club. We're surrounded by people who are taking the time to learn what they don't know about money, to add skills to their life, to their repertoire, to pay the bills, to do what simply most people won't do or choose not to do because it's too much trouble. That's okay. Because they're also at the same time choosing to live a life that others can't afford to live because the doing was too much trouble. The doing was too much time. The doing, I'd rather beg. Yeah, I'd rather beg. That's too much work. I'd rather beg. Okay. I'm okay with that. That's your life. That's your choice. Until they qualify for them, there's little chance for them to earn them. It's like the farmer who stood in front of a fireplace trying to get warm. He soon realized, however, that until he gathered wood and started a fire, he would freeze. Is it possible, billionaires, that you're just like that farmer? That you've been standing in front of that fireplace, waiting on it to get warm, yet you won't add the fire. You won't add the wood to start the fire. Been standing there for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, waiting on the fireplace to get warm. Now, Jack Ma, a billionaire, says this: poor people are always waiting. That's their biggest dilemma. They're always waiting for the fire to light itself. And all they got to do is get over there and get the wood and start the fire. How long have you been waiting when you can simply start the fire yourself? How long have you been waiting on somebody else to do something for you that you can do yourself? How long? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years? Something that should have lasted one day turned into a week. Something that should have lasted 1 week turned into a month. Something that should have lasted a month turned into a year. Good God. Something that lasted 1 year turned into 5 years, turned into a decade. How long? Here's the beautiful thing. You can choose to start the fire today. I invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club. Because if you could start that fire by yourself, you would have already done it. But for some reason, today's the day. For some reason, it all came down to this moment right now where you can get with some people who care enough about you to help you light the fire. Simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Why am I asking you to do this? Because what we did, we just read to get some knowledge. We're going to take time not to just have knowledge. That's not enough. We're going to take time to learn how to apply it to our life so we get the results. I'm going to show you how to turn an $8 investment into $80,000. But you got to want it. And you got to be willing to take the time and take the trouble. Knowledge is not power. Take the time and take the trouble to qualify for it. So if they said knowledge is power, that's not true. Knowledge is not power. Wisdom is power. To know and not to do, you got the knowledge but not do, no bueno. It's just like not knowing. But to apply the knowledge that you have, that's power. Okay? This is what we talk about. It's getting rid of all these lies. It sounds good. Knowledge is power, but that's not true. Wisdom is power. That's applied knowledge. You've applied what you know. You did something with what you know. Now you are powerful. We got a whole bunch of people that know but won't do. I mean, we'll be here for another hour talking about that. A whole bunch of knowledge. You know everything. You do nothing. You get nothing. You know. You don't do. No power. There's no power in knowing and not doing. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share with us something that you took away from today, something that you learned. We don't do this just to do this. We do this to make a difference in your life. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, and Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. My question to you is, was this worth your time? And why? Was this worth your time? And why? All right, my beautiful people, man. I am ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprise, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Tell you an interesting story about that book. I sold 600 copies of that book before I ever wrote it. You know what I be waiting on? You know what I think successful people wait on? They just simply wait on people to ask them how. I think they wait on people to ask them, yo, can you teach me? I like to learn. You know what most people do, I believe? I believe most people sit around assuming that they know how other people have done what they've done. They sit around having assumption parties. Instead of just saying, man, let me get to this person. Let me just ask, let me send them a letter or something. I want to know from the horse's mouth, and I want to ask, can you show me the way? It's much easier to assume than to know. I can tell you that. Plenty of people got opinions. Not very valuable. But when you get the truth, guess what they say about the truth? Yeah, the truth, not the lies. The truth will set you free. I want to be free. Oh, yeah. This is the Black Wall Street Book Club, where black folk do read. I want you guys to remember this, man, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build, people. Let's build these businesses. Let's build these bank accounts. Let's build wealth. Let's build our community. But most importantly, let's build each other. And let's do it together. We all we got, people. I wish there was something like this when I was growing up. That somebody was willing to just pour into me over and over every day. And it probably happened. I just don't remember. We all we got. But guess what? That's enough. Now I pray to God preserve each and every one of you today. As you go out today, that you'll choose. You'll make the choice to put in the time, to go through the trouble, so you can get to the progress, and you can find yourself on the other side. What a beautiful place it is to be. Until next episode, Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New black. It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street Book Club.